Hello and welcome along. Today we are back on the west coast and we have our TW35 here. We have the potato planter on the back of it. It's pretty much the only tractor that is capable of pulling this piece of kit, as we found out last time when we used the TW15 for this job. We are about halfway through field 12 and we're basically gonna finish off planting the potatoes in field 12 today. So let's get the tractor started. And yeah, and that's basically the job we're after today. So off we go, and basic plan today is let's get this field finished and all planted, and I think that will then just leave field 11 that we still have to plant. Once we have that done, well, we're going to get that done sort of off camera or with course play. We need to plough it and plant it. I'm not sure what to plant it with, but we're basically getting everything ready again. But the big thing is we're going to be, I'm going to be selling off, crops between this episode and next episode, with the aim that next time we are going to get some cows. And we're going to get the cows started on this map. Long overdue, long needed, and I think that's going to make a big difference to our income. It will give us a more regular income on the map day to day, which is fantastic. And then we should have a really good harvest next time. We got 5 or 6 fields, so a good harvest, getting in a lot of crops, and in doing so raising even more money. I want to move on to sugar beet is the next thing I'm looking at. We've got potatoes and we've got everything else pretty much. We've got forage harvesting, so I want to move on and get some sugar beet in as well, and I probably want to buy another field. I'm interested in getting hold of field 16 that has potatoes in it, and field 5 as well, actually, and in actual fact field 17. So there's 3 fields over that side of the farm that I'm really interested in expanding the farm into. So we are looking for a good harvest to do that with. We're also going to be, in order to get enough cows, we are going to be putting the more realistic animal prices mod in. I think it's an important mod to have on this map, partly because the prices on the whole map I tend to feel are a bit more realistic, so that's why I want to get that mod in. It will also reduce how much we make off animals as well, so when we come to do the pigs will actually be more useful to us for manure than probably their sale price, but we can buy more pigs than we would expect to. But yeah, so we're looking to expand this west coast across the whole spectrum of farming in the game. And I may even bring in some of the mods that we had in Upton towards the end, because those factory mods are really, really nice, and I'd like to sort of build through those as well. We're going to be on west coast for a while, I think. I was going to change after the next few episodes, but I'm actually really enjoying this map. So I think we're going to stay on here for a while longer. Make sure that we get all of these rows. We kink up a little bit at the end here so that I can get a straight line, really, to the edge. Or as straight a line as I can, because we actually went in a little too late last time. So turn this. And this should help us in all of our stuff with the potatoes, because we are planting potatoes here realistically. You leave a wide gap along 3 sides of the field between the headland and the crop. It allows you to get around with irrigators and things like sprayers and things like that, because you don't want to you don't want to try and drive over the ridges. You do a lot of damage, especially to things like thin tyres, trying to drive over the ridges. And you end up just squashing stuff anyway. You end up taking out, basically a tractor's or a road's width worth anyway if you were to do it. So there's no point in actually planting there. It just costs money that you're never going to recoup. You're never going to get back. Speaking of which, we are probably going to keep a load of potatoes this time from this harvest. The idea being that in-game you can actually plant with the potatoes you harvest. So it would save us a massive amount of money to do that. So that's why we're going to do that. There we go. Whoa. Let's not turn too far, otherwise we will leave a gap. Trying to get the map up. Turn the tractor off. There we go. So not a huge amount of this field left to do, which is quite good. We got our 7810, our Silver Jubilee up here as well, which is a fine little tractor. I'm really liking that mod. I got sent it by one of my viewers and it really works well. I'm also looking at the TS 115 and looking to reduce that probably to a slightly older model that's still under the Ford brand, because that comes in, that's listed as New Holland, and then we're going to be we'll be in Fords on the entire map, which will be fantastic. Other aims for this map coming up, I want to get a new combine. I think we're probably going to add either a John Deere 2056, because we have the 2058, so only slightly smaller John Deere, or a New Holland TX34. Let me know in the comments which of those two actually you would like to see on the map. New Holland is a fantastic little combine, but so is the John Deere 2056. Apparently it's a better mod, from what I hear, than the one I actually have in here. I'd be very tempted in switching the one I have in here out for two 2056s. May not be such a bad idea. But we shall see how we go with that. I think there's still a lot of potential with stuff that we can do on here. And a lot of game to be had on this map still. So we're going to do that. We're going to be here a while and see how long it takes us. There is a nice American map actually I have my eye on. So we'll see when that's released. And if it pans out, we may switch to that. So we'll see how we go. We're certainly going to go more than the 24 episodes I had originally planned. Because I'm just loving this map. It really is. Bullet Bill has outdone himself. Every sunset on this map is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And this is no exception. I mean, look at that. I wonder if there's a way to get a decent picture of that. I'm not sure when we're driving along here like this. Magnificent TW5 against the sunset. See if we can do something with that. But yeah, so field 11 needs planting. I think, I have a feeling that we may still need, actually, to plant field 15. Oh, we are out of potatoes. So, I will be right back with some potatoes. See you in a moment. Welcome back. So we've been doing a few runs back and forth to the field with some potatoes we had in storage. This is actually our third trip and should be our final one as well. We should have enough potatoes in these last 2 boxes to finish off filling our tractor, or filling our seeder, sorry. So we'll just jump out and undo these straps. We should be able to then use our 7810 here to fill them up. This is a cracking little mod. It really is. There was a 7810 out a little while ago that was very, very busted. And I think this may be the same model, but it's been fixed up a lot. I think I'd like to see some slightly better textures on it. And a little bit of work in Blender, I think. Because there are issues, but in general, it's not a bad little 7810, this. Certainly in a distance, it looks fantastic. Right, woo! Lift that up. And let's jump into our... Is that going down? I think that's going... Yeah, that's filling up. Excellent. There we go. Get the other one filled up. Other one put in. Then we're going to get this tractor and trailer out of the way. You know what? That there. Right, I think that, yep, our TW25 is full, so it didn't take much out of that last box. So we'll put this box back in our trailer. This again is one of my favourite mods in the game, this trailer. It's a fantastic little utility trailer. It will hold most things that you want, and normally it's fairly easy to get a... There we go. No, because it's still on the forks. It's not... There we go. Push that back on. There we are. That took a little longer than it should have. Head off that side of the field anyway. So we'll get off down the side and out the way. We might be needed again with this, but I don't think so. Wait. Right, close the side up. There we go. We'll just fasten that tension belt on there to keep that in place. And turn the tractor off, because we're not needing it for a while. And we'll jump back in the T-dub. Turn it on, drop it down, and away we go. So we now have a nice full seeder again. We should now have enough potatoes to run us through to the end of this field. would be grand. Go. Not many more strips to go. I am of course eyeballing this rather than using the GPS. Mainly because, as I said it last time we did this, GPS was not something that was standard on these T-dubs, and it's not got a dome or anything on it. So as far as I'm concerned, and as far as for the realism of this goes, this tractor does not have GPS. So therefore, I cannot use GPS with it. Of course, I'm also very much not really keeping straight. As you can see. I'll get round on this as well. Perfect angle to come in at with this. Where we are on the field. It's now getting shorter edge along here. So keep going along here. So I need to plant a large field of corn, I think. If I haven't already done it, I do need to plant a lot of corn. We've got soybeans in. I think we're gonna probably have some wheat or some barley in as well. We haven't done sunflowers on this map yet, so I think we might put some sunflowers in somewhere too, and sort of just really broaden the crop base that we have. And most of these crops now are planted in the UK, so the only one I haven't seen is soybean. I've definitely seen sunflowers in the UK, and I've seen obviously potatoes and sugar beet both planted in the UK. Wheat and barley, obviously some of the oldest crops in the UK, as with everywhere else in the world. I think it's basically pretty much just soybeans. Oh yeah, and of course OSR or canola. Or oilseed rape. Of course, what OSR stands for. But yeah. I'm guessing, I've always, it's one of those weird things in this game. I'm guessing that canola is is either the American or the European name for oilseed rape. It's not a name before Farming Simulator, before I played Farm Sim, that I'd come across for it. Whoa, got a little bit off course there. There we go, back on course. It's there we are, and little kink at the end, so that we can get as much coverage as we can. There we go. So probably about 4 or 5 more strips until we finish this. So yeah, I'm going to get selling. Probably going to get some more seeding done before next time. Or at least have some seeding going on. We need to do some fertilizing. So we're probably going to do an episode with the sprayer. Or actually, no, I know exactly what we're going to do an episode with. We haven't used the weeder yet. So with all these crops growing, all this first level, we're going to try and weed everything this time. If we can do that, I think that'll be a great way to go. So in between looking after our animals. There we go. Almost running straight now on this end. It's got to the point where it is pretty much straight up the side of the field, which is good news, which will work well and makes it easier for us to do the headlands. It should be just a single width on the headlands of this that we'll be doing. That will then give us enough headland for what we're trying to do. Fortunately, we have a good indicator in the cultivation as to how wide we need to leave. Which is very useful. There we go. Go. What? One or two more? There we are. Yeah, one or two more. From the look of it, maybe two more. Though at this end, actually, it might even be three. It's still quite a width up here. Let's get through this. There we go. All right. Round. Down. And away we go again. Wow. So yeah, it's gonna be one more almost full length, and you can see here that we're starting to encroach on where we've previously gone, because we want to sort of keep this as on target as possible. Yeah, right at this corner, it's already pretty much where we want to be. I'm quite pleased with that side bit, actually. And in fact, yeah, here it's probably going to be just the two more before we hit the headland. Because we've left quite a gap there. Go. Right, last one. I'm not sure it's going to be a full width row either. No, it's not. There we go. Just want to finish this off down here. And then we're going to head to the far bottom corner. Sort the rest of it out. Cross there like that. Right, there we go. That will do. Come out of there. We'll turn it off while we're heading down here. just going to go round and do the headlands before we finish. Sun is getting lower and lower in the sky. Round we go. Reverse up. Turn on. There we go. She's doing really weird things with the angles here. Here is just shallow enough for us to go around the corner with it. Not something that so you would do that. I don't think that you would do, well, you don't actually do the 90-degree corners like that. So we will lift up here. Go up to this corner. There we go. Up. We've left almost a perfect amount of space on this corner. I'm really quite pleased with that. Yeah, quite shallow corner here. It's going to leave a fairly zigzaggy kind of look. Actually, fairly shallow corner here as well. Oh, come on, struggle up that hill. The TW35 seems to be basically on the edge of what can pull this, which is surprising because we managed it with the 15. 35 still slips. Intriguing. But we do need the 6-meter seagull on this map. We couldn't really do without it. Alright, there we go. Down this side here. This will take us to the corner. We have 53% left in this. So we're actually quite good. We're actually a really good place for this. Bringing it home. Good way to finish on the farm tonight, finishing this field. I'm quite happy. In fact, I'm very happy. It's a little bit narrower towards the corner. fine. There we go. Right, that is the field done. We'll turn this off and turn our tractor off. And all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.